Hey there, Andrew Anderson here. Hope you're having a great day. Day 726, believe it or not, in sixth gear for me. So, a couple days shy of 2 years going at this. And what a journey it has been. I've got to tell you, it's just nothing short of amazing. We got 23,000 people here, which is great. Today, I'm going to talk about sixth gear, stress levels, and how you come from a long line of success. How's that? So, there was a couple posts in here about getting into sixth gear, and I'm just going to call it sixth gear, IF keto. Once you're in sixth gear and you reach that level, not fourth, not fifth gear, not sixth gear. And for those of you that reached it, you know what I'm talking about, mental clarity. Your decision-making process is a lot better. And I'm going to give you a short version of one of the reasons why that I don't think I brought up as succinctly as I could have in the past. So you can control your stress hormones, and we're just going to talk about two of them right now: cortisol levels and adrenaline. Went by your diet. But throughout the day, in modern existence, we're constantly going into fight or flight mode. And what happens with that is cortisol levels spike, adrenaline levels spike. And since we're not running or fighting, they really don't have anything to do. And what happens is they put belly fat, and maybe that's what it will be called, belly fat on you and you're around your extremities. So that instead of having a nice and flat stomach, it was out to here. Like I used to have. I would look like a pregnant mofo. 36 pounds of fat, probably more closer to 40 or 45 because I didn't do my BMIs right at the time because I didn't want to see how fat I was, and I didn't want to take that many pictures, although I've got some about it. But anyway, be that as it may, so when you're in fight or flight mode, what happens is the connection between your front end, or your thinking parts of your brain, your cerebral cortex, versus the hindbrain or your dinosaur brain, reptilian brain is I guess what they refer to it gets cut off. Because what happens is you either have to go in there and fight the lion or the other person and punch their lights out, or use your spear or whatever it is to save your life or the life of your loved ones, or you have to run like crazy. And either one of those takes a lot of physical energy, and it helps dissipate adrenaline and cortisol. But in the modern world, the person we're fighting is usually on the screen or somebody that you freaking know, and most of the stress levels these days are usually typically someone else that causes them, okay? Well, at least our reaction to them. And there's people out there I know that they have their hair is on fire half the time, and they're running around, "Ah!" and so they what they do is they cause other people to get fat. So they're the fat whisperers, and because they stress everybody else out, they raise their cortisol level, the dopamine levels go down, adrenaline levels go up, and so there you have it. So you want to stay away from fat whisperers and keep them out of your life. And the other thing is about sixth gear. What happens is because we're inundated with these stressful situations or a reaction situation. You go on Facebook and somebody's doing something bad. I don't want to go negative there, but you know what I'm talking about. There's stressful situations. There's stressful people. There's fat whisperers in your life that I know that you know some, and they stress you out. So until you get into sixth gear, that's probably the first time in a long time that you've been able to lower your cortisol levels, lower your the rest of the fat-causing hormones, and cut that connection off, so you're not going into fight or flight mode, and your cerebral cortex actually gets to kick into gear. Because when you're stressed out all the time and you're in constant fight or flight mode, the ability to think clearly is physically not accessible to you, okay, unless you've been trained in it. But normal people, unless you've been trained to be in stressful situations all the time and handle them in a positive fashion, what it does is you get fat, you don't think as well, and it makes you dumber, okay? And I know, I've been there, and just to be able to see the juxtaposition from the way I used to be versus now, not that I was ever stressed out, but I used to let people and situations get me way more stressed out than I do now. And so there you have it. So you can get the chicken and the egg with one thing. When you get in IF and keto and get in sixth gear, you're going to have a lot more control of your cortisol levels. They're going to lower. Your adrenaline levels are going to go over, and there's a bunch of other hormones that are involved, but those main two. That connection to your forebrain, where you can actually think, is strengthened. It really is. And the little reptilian brain just sits there back in the corner where you should keep them, unless there's a situation where you need them, and then you need to let them go, okay? And that does happen in modern life when, if you get attacked or if you're car wrecked or whatever, you need to get out of a bad situation. That is good. That's what you use them for. And he has helped your whole family line, believe it or not. Let's think about this, because I don't want to put it all negative in there. But your whole family had figured out how to listen to that little reptilian brain, use it effectively, either to go in and punch the lion on the nose or punch the sacking army, with a spear and kill them to save their family and their children, at least long enough so that you could live and survive and do the next generation. Or they ran lickety-split and got away from the bad guys or the bad animals. So it is part of your success, and it can be used, and it has been used successfully. So it's not all negative there. But for everyday life, unless you're in situations where you have to use it, it is bad for you. It kills you. It makes you dumb. It makes you poor. It has all kinds of negative connotations, and we should attach those to it. So you want to keep that little guy revved up and ready to go. You don't want to be using all those those stress hormones until you need them, because you want to have that supply really high when you do need to jump into action, and you want to stay away from the fat whisperers. Okay, so that's my advice for today. So the other thing is, let's stay on 6th gear and how to handle stress. So you may have heard of Dale Carnegie here. Let me get this right. The lighting in here sucks at night. So the Dale Carnegie, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. One of the best books that's out there. I think this was printed, I'm not going to be able to read this here. Let's flip through. 50, 60 years ago, maybe longer. One of the best books on there. Talks about being mindfulness, which is, I know, kind of a buzzword right now. But he talks about living in day-tight compartments. So I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of it. Basically, and this will help reduce your stress levels and get more done. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to look at your list of things that you want to have done because you wrote them down the night before, the 4 or 5 things, tops. You don't want to write down 300. You want to write 4 or 5 things you absolutely must have to get done, either to make your loved one's life better, your life better, or to make more money, or to keep your job. But those are all kind of wrapped around it. So make your life better, make your loved life one's better, make more money, or meet whatever other obligations you have, which in turn will do one of those first 2 things. So when you get up in the morning and you know what you got to get done, you follow through and you get as much done as possible. You don't worry about what happened yesterday. That's a day-tight compartment. You don't want that bulk BS from yesterday that you have no control over and you cannot change, flood in, or tomorrow's worries. So that's a day-tight compartment. You want that sealed off so you're not worried about, oh my God, if I don't get all this stuff done today or what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't have any flipping control over it, and all it's going to do, it's going to let the dinosaur out. You're going to make dumb decisions and you're going to get fat. So just think about it like that. Dumb decisions, fat. So live in day-tight compartments. You want to just do the best job you can do today, and then don't worry about what happened yesterday or tomorrow. You can plan for it. Of course, I'm not saying you be an idiot about it, but really just know you can only control what you can do today. You can't control other people. You can't control what you did yesterday or what you're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, you worry about controlling what you're going to do tomorrow. But today, you do the best job you can. You be the best friend you can. You be the best loved one you can. You be the best business person you can. Or if you've got a job, you do the best job you can. It will carry forward, and you'll be surprised how much lower your cortisol levels get, how much skinnier your belly gets, how much better attitude you get. And I've had people that are getting in 6th gear that have told me without a doubt that their attitude, their happiness level has done a 180 from where it was before they started this. And I'm talking only in a matter of a few weeks. I got lucky. It happened to me in my first day. Part of it was because I'd given up sugar and wheat when I did my first day of intermittent fasting. And I had a story. I took down the video that I originally had up there. I should put it back because it wasn't PC. But I changed my mind on some information there. But it really did make a difference. So here's another book I suggest you read. It's called Undoctor. I got this, I think it was before Christmas. I read this, and I've been meaning to talk about it. I've just been so busy. But William Davis, he's also the guy that wrote Wheat Belly. Really good book. Do I agree with everything in here? No, but I agree with most of it. Compelling story about how you can take better control of your health than doctors. And this is a doctor saying this. This guy is not some schmuck out there that's just trying to sell a diet plan or, got into this. He's been around for quite a while, and he's probably one of my top 2 or 3 guys that I like for the most part. But he talks about intermittent fasting and keto and how to get away from wheat. And basically all the grains and why they're bad for you. And I don't know, there's still some people that talk about that in here, and I'm not sure why, but they don't eat them. So that's that. Remember, go 6 gear. You can do this. Stay away from fat whisperers, day tight compartments, and don't make this any harder than it has to. I promise, I'm going to update the videos and give more information so that I see some of the questions are on here. I see people posting information from other quote-unquote keto gurus and everything else, and some other of the docs. I don't like it because I don't agree with everything that they say. They will lead you astray, and I've already seen it. I'm so confused. I get this bad information, or I don't know what to do, or this. Go read the pinned post. It's very simplified, but it will get you started. And that's the main thing too, is when you have too many decisions in front of you, most people don't make any. So you need 1 or 2 or 3. That's it. And the best part about this, someone very, very smart told me this, and it's true. When you have all of the information you need, there are no decisions to be made. There isn't. When you have all the information you need, there are no decisions. Okay? So anyway, that's it. We're going to wrap this up. Andrew Anderson signing off. Remember, you can do this, and it's Go 6 Gear. You can get in shape. You don't have to eat a lot of protein. You don't have to oh, one last thing here. Exogenic ketones and these shakes and the prove it and all the other stuff. I'm not naming them by names, but I don't take any of that crap. I mean, that's my personal opinion. It doesn't do anything for you psychologically. They have a lot of caffeine, a bunch of other junk in there I don't want us to eat. C8 oil, MCT oil, you're good to go, man. And once you get into this, you don't need any workout drinks because you're burning fat once you get into ketosis and you get an IF. Your body has all the energy it needs. The lion doesn't go suck down a protein shake before they go chase the gazelle. They have it eat for a while, day, 2, 3 days sometimes. They still have everything that they need to go, and your body was meant to be like that too. So anyway, Andrew Anderson signing off. Go 6 Gear. You can do this. I have confidence in you. I know you can. Remember, you come from a long line of successful people, so continue that trend. You have it in you. Talk to you later. Andrew Anderson signing off. Bye-bye. Oh, go check out intermittentfastingandketo.com if you're first getting started. There's enough information to get you going in the right direction. Bye-bye. See ya.